Hello traders and welcome to the market opening preview April 23rd on a Thursday, closing in on the end of our trading week, and we are in the year of 2015. Traders, great to be with you, coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand. Cloudy skies, nice cool breeze today, maybe no air conditioning, I can only hope. Traders, this is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Traders, if you would come visit our trading website at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Traders, got a lot to talk about. We got some strange charts, and we got some news coming out quite a bit in the London session. Traders, if you would let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilder. I'm your moderator through the market opening preview series every single trading day before the London Open. Traders, I started trading in 2006 and 2008. I retired from the Fire Rescue Department out of the great state of Florida. Traders, I came to Thailand for a 3-month holiday. Well, it's 2015 and I'm still here, so I guess I'm going to hang out for a while. The time zone is great to trade. You can trade all 3 trading sessions and still get a good night's rest. And I really enjoy doing what I do, and I really enjoy doing these videos every day, trying to help you and help me. Really, I help me and help you both be successful in our trading. And that's what this is all about, education. All right, enough about me. Let's get moving on to the legal stuff. This is the risk disclaimer. Forex trading has a large potential of rewards, but also a large potential of risks. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex market. Traders, most importantly, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, traders, let's get over to the news and commentary. What happened in the indices? Well, the Dow closed up at 0.49%. The S&P 500 closed up at 0.51%. The Nasdaq was up 0.42%. And the Russell 200 was barely in the green at 0.10%. Let's head over to the Eurozone. The DAX closed negative 0.60%. The FTSE 100 also in the red at 0.49%. The CAC 40 was in the green at 0.36%. The Euro Stoxx 50 in the green at 0.14%. Traders, moving on over to Asia. Remember, these countries are currently trading. The Nikkei 225 is up at the moment at 0.38%. The S&P ASX 200 out of Australia barely in the red at 0.04%. The Shanghai is in the green at 0.27%. The Hang Seng's in the green at 0.84%. And the Kospi is in the green at 0.64%. Traders, let's take a look at what's on the calendar today. We had some data come out during the Asian session from China. Nothing that moved anything that was of any kind of significance. And in the Euro session, we have French services PMI coming out right at the open of the London Open. So keep an eye on that. That is a high impact news data. 30 minutes later, we have the German manufacturing PMI that is high impact. And my friends, I got stymied on that one a couple of times. Pay attention to the German manufacturing PMI if you're in any Euro trades. It will move the markets. Then the rest of the day, I have to say, is pretty quiet until we get into the New York session. And in the US, we have new home sales, which comes out 30 minutes after the New York Stock Exchange opens. And that's about it as far as the calendar goes. So we do have a good amount of stuff coming out. There's a lot of medium impact news events. Please check your economic calendars. Keep it side by side. And if you have a live news feed, pay attention to what they're talking about, because it could probably give you some good ideas. Commentary for today is yesterday's trading was how can I say, challenging, very challenging trading yesterday. I took no live trades yesterday. I was very frustrated. Trades ended up working out, but very late and just unbelievable. So we're going to take a look at some 60-minute Forex charts, and as usual, we will start with the euro dollar. So euro dollar, this is in a downtrend, and this we talk about a pair that was frustrating yesterday. These dotted lines, these vertical dotted lines, these are period separators. So there's 24 candles in each period because this is a 1-hour chart, so it's each one day. So what happens is we end up getting an up candle from the bounce off the 200 exponential moving average, gives us a bunch of pips to the upside. What happens? Turns around and dumps like a rock. And here we are where we started yesterday, right below the 200 exponential moving average. I'm bearish in this. I'm not bullish in this. So I didn't even entertain the bearish move. That down move, believe it or not, was like almost at the end of the London lunch. That's how late that started. So quite an interesting euro dollar trading day. I'm hoping that doesn't happen today, and this closes below the 200 exponential moving average at 1.0690. And as you look left of the chart, there is absolutely nothing there, and we have a wide open space, and we can grab a lot of pips. So hopefully we just continue the bearish motion, and let's get our bearish candle below the trend line. Well, let's take a look at the pound. The pound's a little challenging today. The pound's at resistance, and I know everybody's probably saying to me, well, you should be selling here. You're at resistance, and you're probably correct. And if you look at the daily chart, that is what changed my mind on what kind of trade plan I was going to put out there, because the daily chart took out some significant levels yesterday in the last couple of days. I'm not saying that the pound dollar on the daily is bullish, but it's taken out some levels. So I'm expecting that to continue. So we just did a Fibonacci. We want this to come back to the 618 at 1.4986, and we'll take it long. And we'll get out at 1.5064. And, that's probably a good trade. And the other option is that this is going to break resistance. Now, the pound doesn't like giving pullbacks, but if it breaks resistance, it's not bad to take this long. You wouldn't be wrong taking this long. You just need to make sure you do another trade plan and another analysis and have all your ducks in a row, money management, all that stuff before you take your trade. Let's head on over to the Aussie. The Aussie was another one of these. We had that Aussie news yesterday. As you can see in the period separators, that big blue candle. And what had happened? This just continued to the upside. Again, this was another pair into the London lunch area where, this was about 2 hours into London, and this gave us a red candle. And I didn't take this trade, and I really kicked myself because I keep the dollar-yen chart up. If you don't have the dollar index chart up all the time, and you have the dollar-yen chart, the dollar-yen chart mimics the dollar index. And all of a sudden, I saw the dollar-yen chart turn to a green, bullish, engulfing candle. And it did exactly what I thought it would do, and it dropped like a rock and gave some nice pips. And you were in it for 5 hours, right? But it gave out some really nice pips. Even if you're trading the 30-minute chart, I don't go lower than the 30-minute chart. I like the 30-minute chart, but the 15 is just too up and down for me, too sloppy. But if you're doing the 30-minute of the hourly, make sure you have a dollar-yen chart up. It will help your trading on dollar pairs. Take a look at the Euro-Aussie. This pair is like really trying my patience. We are at the end of this trend line. If you look at the app and look left of the chart, we're at support. And this pair is just all over the place. There is no trend here. This is just trade what's in front of you. Well, what's in front of me is I want to sell this. I want this to close below that trend line. I want to enter at 1.3815, and we'll take it short all the way down to 1.3724. Why do I say that? Look at the daily chart. And, I'm just following my bias, and I'm expecting this to give us a down day. Folks, this might go back up to the 200 EMA and just hold there. It loves the 200 EMA. We have no idea what this is going to do. This pair has been very hard to read this week. But when it's in its mode and it's in its trend, this pair puts out like 140 pips a day, 145 pips a day on a 4-week average. So really, it's a great pair to trade when it's doing what it's supposed to. But when it gets into this range, what it's doing now, those two big red candles is yesterday's Asia news. That was Asia news, and then we went sideways for all that time. Now, understand this is 1 hour chart, so one candle is probably 20 pips or 15 pips. So you have to keep that in mind also. Another difficult chart is our euro-yen. Traders, I have no idea what this pair wants to do. Does it want to go up? Does it want to go down? The daily chart is just as ugly as this chart, has no sort of direction. You're going to have to trade what's in front of you. And I'm not a breakout trader. That's not my style of trading. I'd rather get a nice pullback and then, slam it down. But you have this range here, and right in the middle of the range, we have the 200 exponential moving average. So if you look left of the chart, you can see it's bounced off the 200 twice. So I'm saying, well, if it comes back down to 128.20, you know what? I'm going to long it. What am I going to do right now? Nothing. This is definitely a trade that I would not look at until the London Open, or maybe about an hour and a half before the London Open. I'll peek at my charts and see if we can get a trade out of this one. This is not going to be easy. This is the only thing that's going to move this chart is probably because there's so much data in London, and that might do the trick and give us some direction and give us a trading opportunity. All right, let's go over to another difficult pair today. It's a New Zealand dollar. This came out from the Lieutenant Governor of New Zealand made a statement earlier today, and I was not looking at the chart. I was actually doing a live trading room, and I finally got to the New Zealand dollar chart, and I saw this, and I was like, what is going on here? Well, luckily, I use Trade the News for my news source, and what had happened here is the guy on Trade the News said Lieutenant Governor is speaking, and that's why we're seeing this move to the downside. So whatever he said, it wasn't positive. I didn't have a chance to read it, as I need to get a newsletter put out, and I need to get this video to YouTube in a certain amount of time. So what are we going to do here? Well, we need a pullback. I couldn't fib this. I would have loved to fib this because this is just really in a nice downtrend. Yeah, but I don't have 2 to the right, 2 to the left, so I can't fib it. So what do? I go back up to previous resistance, and that's the 200 exponential moving average at 0.7626. And you know what? We'll take it down to 0.7551. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. That's almost a 70 pip trade. What more can we ask for than that? Will it happen? Traders, we'll wait and see. But again, we have a lot of data coming out in the London session, and we have new home sales in the U.S. session. So we have some stuff that can move this. Remember, this is a commodity pair, so we do have some stuff that can move the New Zealand dollar for us. All right. Traders, I'd like to thank you on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and our great friends at FXCL Excellence in Trading for joining me on a Thursday for the Market Opening Preview Series, and we will catch you on Friday to do the same thing all over again, and hopefully with better charts and better trade plans. Traders, have a safe day, and always remember to trade smart and not hard. Traders, coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand. Have a good one, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.